Hi, my name is Adrian, and this is Emotional Bandwidth, Episode 3. Happiness from the inside out, not outside in. Let's begin. It was once said that to experience happiness, one should do an act of kindness for someone else. This is the foundation of a lot of belief systems, but we are often inclined to look outside of ourselves for happiness. Don't get me wrong, there are many external things and people that can contribute to that, but it is a generator that we must have an internal backup supply for, lest we fall victim to constantly needing that energy from said external things and sources. Since we cannot control these things, we are at their mercy. This is how we allow people and things to manipulate our feelings about ourselves. It's how we become dependent in our personal relationships, slaves to the whims of objects and people. Putting your personal well-being in the hands of others can only lead to disastrous outcomes. Taking personal responsibility for ourselves allows people to contribute to our happiness, not take it away. We can in turn add to theirs. Energy finds and adapts to energy. It can be intoxicating to have happiness and abundance from oneself and for others. It's when we find this in ourselves that we can all become more connected and plugged into each other, physically as well as emotionally. Another effect of personal responsibility for one's happiness, oneself, is mastery of what you allow and will not allow to affect you. Once you recognize the power in self, it is easier to separate how someone acts towards you as an attack or assassination of your character. Why? Because you realize that sometimes the things they are speaking to directly relate to insecurities and feelings they have about themselves. Something you have done or not done has triggered this reaction in them, which in turn causes them to project these feelings onto you. But the sad part is, a lot of times they don't even realize they're doing it, and even if they did, they can't help themselves. This is where knowledge of self comes into play. You will be able to step outside of this situation, or the situations as they were, and see that what that person is saying or doing is a byproduct of their development and growth, or lack thereof. Through that lens, it is easier to put the feelings and emotions that come with dealing with those issues in their proper place. It's a place where you can step back and take purchase of everything that is going on. It's empowering, in fact, because in these instances you get to experience the person you truly are, and as a result, the growth and mastery that has taken place. Your happiness in turn is protected, and if you can really sit with yourself and find out how to affect your own inner happy, you will start to see it reflected in your mood and everybody you interact with. So the next time you come across a challenging situation or unreasonable people, you will have your own tool set in which to pull from to deal with these things. You have to find yourself, and for most people, that is the biggest challenge of them all. That's this week's episode. Thank you. Or this week's essay, rather. That's been Emotional Bandwidth. My name is Adrian. Thank you.